Good evening. Welcome to Left, Right and Centre. I'm Vishnu Shom on the program this evening. The Bengaluru police have filed a case on their own suo motu against the RCB, the state cricket body of Karnataka, and DNA Entertainment over the stampede on Wednesday that resulted in the death of 11 and left dozens injured. DNA Entertainment managed the RCB's IPL victory celebrations, while the Karnataka State Cricket Association organised this event according to the state government. The state cabinet met today and discussed whether the case should be handed over to the Criminal Investigation Department. They also agreed to look at the sequence of events that led to the stampede, the roles of the KSCA, the RCB franchise and event management company and police personnel. Action would be taken against officials found responsible for lapses that led to the stampede. But even today, there are so many unanswered questions. They primarily revolve around how could something like this be allowed to have taken place in the first place. Yesterday, 11 young people had their lives cut short as a result of those horrific stampedes which took place. It was meant to be an evening of celebration with the RCB having won the IPL, but in the end, horrific stampedes resulted in fact, in two places, in the death of some young people. But here at NDTV, we felt that it wasn't enough to just say that 11 people have lost their lives. We tried to find out a little bit more about these young people, who were out to celebrate an incredible victory, but will never come back.
My wife only did the CPR. In the spot only almost 90% she was injured. We waited in the police station for 4 hours to file the FIR. At 3 o'clock they entered into the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Those fellows, they have announced that to enter to the stadium very quickly, and in the 15th gate everybody was pushed. My daughter's headache went to hit by this iron, and she fall backside. Then everybody.
She got injured at that time. Then
injured already in the spot only almost 90% she was injured. And my wife and my sister-in-law, they tried to take them to hospital.
All right, well, there's an important press conference about to start now. On this, let's listen in. The Chief Minister.
ಮಾನ್ಯ H.K. ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನು ಟ್ರಾಜಿಡಿ ನಡೆದಿತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನೆ, ಆ ಟ್ರಾಜಿಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ 11 ಜನ ಸತ್ತಿದ್ರು.
Briefing the media after the cabinet meet, he's talking about the tragedy that struck Bengaluru yesterday with 11 people losing their lives in the stampede.
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳ ದುಃಖದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೋ.
Extremely sad after this incident.
ಸತ್ತವರಿಗೆ ಸಂತಾಪವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಇತ್ತು. ಅವರ ಪೋಷಕರಿಗೆ ದೇವರು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇತ್ತು.
We had to pray for the family, offer our condolences.
ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗು ಇವತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕರೆದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಗುರುವಾರ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತು.
There was a pre-planned cabinet meeting today.
ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ವಿಚಾರನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ 3 ಗಂಟೆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮುಂದೂಡಿದರು.
We decided to discuss this issue in the cabinet today.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಡೆದಂತ ಅಹಿತಕರ ಘಟನೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸುದೀರ್ಘವಾಗಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಬಹಳ ಗಂಭೀರವಾಗಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
We have discussed the stampede issue very seriously and in detail in the cabinet.
ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವು ತೀರ್ಮಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
We have taken some important decisions based on these discussions that were held.
ನಮ್ಮ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ನ ಮಾಜಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾದಂಥ ನಿವೃತ್ತ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರಾದಂಥ ಮೈಕೇಲ್ ಕುನಾ, ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಮೈಕೇಲ್ ಕುನಾ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
A one-man commission under retired Justice Kuna has been ordered into the stampede.
ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿರ್ಣಯ RCB ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈವೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ಸ್ DNA ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಯಾರು ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
We've called for the arrest of anybody who represent the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, the KSCA and the DNA Event Management Company.
DNA ಈವೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್, KSCA ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ಈ ಮೂರು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ,
those who represent these institutions or organizations,
ಇವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ FIR ಕೂಡ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
FIR has also been registered against these people.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ, ಕಬ್ಬನ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್, ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ACP, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ DCP, ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಡಿಯಂನ ಇನ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇವರನ್ನು ತತ್ಕ್ಷಣದಿಂದ ಅಮಾನತುಗೊಳಿಸತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
The cabinet has also decided that the Commissioner of Police, Additional Commissioner of Police, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, the Station House Officer, the Assistant Commissioner of Police, all of them immediately will be suspended.
I repeat, ತಪ್ಪರ್ಗಿಲ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಮೇಲೆ
The Chief Minister
CPI,
repeating.
ಕಬ್ಬನ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್, ACP of that particular area, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Central, Additional Commissioner of Police, who is in charge of Cricket Association Stadium, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಅವರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇವರನ್ನ ಅಮಾನತುಗೊಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇವು
Again, the Chief Minister reiterating what was said.
ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡೆಪ್ಟಿ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್, ನಾನು, ಹೋಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರು, ಎಚ್ ಕೆ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ರು, ಕಾನೂನು ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು, ಮಾದೇವಪ್ಪನವರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊನ್ನಣ್ಣ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರು, ಸುಧಾಕರ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರೀಸ್ ಇದ್ರು, ಗೋವಿಂದರಾಜ್ ಇದ್ರು. ಇವರು ಈ ಮೂರು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ದಸ್ತಗಿರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಮೇಲ್ನೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರ ಬೇಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿತನ, ಅಲಕ್ಷ್ಯ, ಇದು ಮೇಲ್ನೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ.
Well, the Chief Minister there saying that he and his cabinet colleagues, some of the advisors, all took these decisions because they feel on the face of it there were some lapses from the end of either the KSTA, the DNA event managers, or even the people who represent the RCB.
ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾನು MLA ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ನನಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹಿಂದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು MLA ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಡೆಪ್ಟಿ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಡೆದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಥ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಪೀಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಡೆದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
I've never seen anything like this in all of these years where I have been even an MLA, deputy chief minister, or the chief minister.
ಈ ಘಟನೆ ನಡೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಘಾಸಿಗೊಳಿಸಿದೆ.
It has hurt all of us tremendously.
ನಡಿಬಾರದಂತ ಘಟನೆ ನಡೆದೋಗಿದೆ.
This is something that should have never happened.
ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸತ್ತವರ ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಂತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ.
I again pray for those who have lost their lives.
ಕುಟುಂಬವರ್ಗದವರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ತನಿಖೆಗೆ ಆದೇಶ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ತನಿಖೆಗೆ ಆದೇಶ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ನೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಡು ಬಂದಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು FIR ದಾಖಲಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತನಿಖೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ತನಿಖೆ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ತನಿಖಾ ವರದಿಗಳು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕೈ ಸೇರಿದೆಯಾ ಸರ್?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದು ಸೇರಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
When a question was asked to the Chief Minister that just yesterday a magisterial inquiry has been ordered and now retired justice has been asked to lead the inquiry, the Chief Minister saying that it has just started an inquiry yesterday and now the retired justice will continue that.
ಮಹಾನ್ ದುರಂತ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವು ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
We discussed these issues with several senior officials and we have taken decisions based on all the crucial information that we received from various quarters.
ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸುಮೋಟೋ ಕೇಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಾಳಪ್ಪ, ನೀವು ಮೊದಲೇ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀಯ ನೀನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನ ಸಿಐಡಿಗೆ ವಹಿಸಿದೀವಿ.
We have also entrusted this investigation to the CID.
FIR ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, 2 FIR ಗಳು ಹಾಕಿದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಈ FIR ಅನ್ನ
Minister Mr. Siddaramaiah cracking the whip, ordering the suspension of very senior police officials. I'm now joined on the phone line by my colleague Deepak Bopanna. Deepak, what is the action that's been ordered by the state government?
Well, some massive decisions being taken here. Vishnu, the Chief Minister confirming the suspension of the Bengaluru Police Commissioner, the additional commissioner for that division, the Deputy Commissioner for Central Division, also the ACP, the Police Inspector of Cubbon Park. Now, these are people who are supposed to ensure security in and around Chinnaswamy Stadium, even Vidhan Sauda. The decision has been taken during the cabinet meet. They've also said that cases have already been booked up by the police against RCB franchise, against DNA Event Management Company, who were asked to organize the entire felicitation event at Chinnaswamy Stadium, and also KSCA. The Chief Minister even went on to say that I've asked and instructed for people to be arrested, those who represent these organizations. A big announcement. We at NDTV a couple of hours ago had, of course, broken this update that there is a possibility that the CID could take over the investigation. Now the Chief Minister has confirmed that. We had also broken an update that, there could be possibility that senior officials of the police department could be suspended or, even transferred. Right now, that is something again confirmed. And so 2 news breaks of NDTV being confirmed by the Chief Minister. But however, we should look at how these developments have unfolded. Apart from the announcement of a magisterial inquiry yesterday, now the Chief Minister has also said that a one-man commission led by retired Justice Kuna will look into the Stampede case as well. So while the CID is investigating the FIRs, the Justice will be, looking to give an entire report on what went wrong. Based on this report, the government is expected to take some action as well. So some major decisions being taken.
All right, thanks very much, Deepak, for sharing those details. We are joined by Vijay Prasad, BJP spokesperson Karnataka. Priya Chetty Rajgopal joins us. Sandeep Anirudhan, convener Citizens Agenda for Bengaluru. Samrudh Hegde of the Congress Party, and Ayush Radha, digital creator and comedian. Thank you all very much for being with us. Priya, let me come to you first. Do you believe that the steps which have been announced in terms of police officers being suspended is a good first step?
I think it's completely inappropriate.
Inappropriate?
I mean, I know that this eventually will land on the police, but you can see that the responsibility has been on many other shoulders and not just the police. To give them credit, they had actually asked for the event not to happen. I saw this in the paper saying that, this event should not happen. And finally, I think they probably just kowtowed to political pressure. So while I think it looks good on paper to say, we have suspended everyone and therefore, we have ticked all the boxes. The fact is, this is a tragic, terrible, I don't know whether it was preventable, but I think it could have been. But everybody just went along.
Surely something like this needs to have been preventable. There is a full-fledged intelligence wing of the police. Right? It is their job to figure out what happened. They could have deployed drones to get an idea of the number of people gathering over here.
That's exactly what I was saying.
But A to Z, it appears to me prima facie that the police failed in this. This isn't to say others haven't. I'm just talking about the police. So if suspensions have to take place at the level of the police, what's wrong with that?
I think it's a checkbox. At this point, I agree with you. In fact, I was also wondering, where are the drones? We've had some big drama about the number of drones that are coming in. But at this point, the police was given a very short leeway to be able to set right to be
No,
able to
but the
organize.
police should therefore not have allowed this to have happened. Where was the commissioner of police with intelligence saying that this could get out of hand? Stop it, don't do it. Organizers, no permission. Why only 5,000 people, and why not much 5,000 policemen and women? Why not much more? So I would suggest that the police very much needed action against them, but that's my opinion. Sandeep, Anirudhan, your thoughts on what's been announced so far?
Vishnu, well, the police were certainly responsible for what happened, because there is a due process for any public event to happen, even if it were hundreds gathering. There is a process where NOCs have to be issued by the police department, the fire NOC, health NOC, disaster management NOC. There are about 15 NOCs that have to be issued before a public event with any crowd gathering that is supposed to happen, top of which is the city government. Now see, in Bengaluru, we don't have an elected city government. We haven't had elections for the last 5 years. So who is in place? It is the state government which is playing the mayor of the city. So if you ask me, the minister in charge of Bengaluru is the first one who should be fired. DK Shivkumar is an unelected mayor of the city. He forces himself on the city. They don't hold elections. For 5 years, we are deprived of a city government which is in touch with the citizens. We are being run, the city is being run by bureaucrats who are out of touch, and by state, that is the next tier of government. What business does the state have running the city? There is complete breakdown in governance. There is no planning. If you ask me, the buck stops with DK Shivkumar. He should resign first.
Samrudh Hegde, respond to that. As the spokesperson of the Congress party, demands for DK Shivkumar to step down, or being told that he's out. How would you respond?
Firstly, I would like to extend my deepest and most sincere condolences to the families of the bereaved. We completely acknowledge the collective systemic lapse that has occurred. There is no question of shirking any responsibility, and accordingly, an accountability will be fixed. There's no doubt about it. Now we have initiated an inquiry commission by a justice, a former High Court justice.
Should DK Shivkumar step down? It's a direct question.
That you'll have to ask him directly. The question right now is, prima facie, we have found these particular people at fault. We have found that the police, there was a dereliction of duty. We found that there was some systemic lapses.
Basically, the political leadership in Karnataka, and in Bengaluru are not responsible. Is that what you're saying?
No, I am definitely not saying that. Accountability will be fixed, but it will be fixed based on an inquiry which is being conducted. And we have to acknowledge that in a stadium which has 35,000 people capacity, there are over 2 lakh people turned up.
Senior
There was
Congress
so much chaos and
taking
confusion.
moral accountability also have stepped down?
Definitely, whoever was accountable for this and whoever was responsible for this, whoever made any action, whoever took any action, whoever tried to, bypass the procedure which was there, they have to resign, and accountability will be fixed. And I assure it,
all right, accountability will
no
be fixed over there. Vijay Prasad of the BJP is, okay, let's face it, there were problems with the police. They have announced important first steps. They're also going to go after the Karnataka State Cricket Association and the RCB, right? Without making this a political tutu meme, would you agree that this is an important first step, right? Vijay Prasad.
Vishnu, I was just going through the FIR that was filed. Okay, let me take the couple of points, the key things that the FIR says. It says someone put pressure on the police even when the police rejected that the event should not happen. External pressure was put on the police to conduct the event.
Yes.
That is one thing. And the common figure from the entire, from the airport till on the steps of Vidhan Saudha until inside the stadium, the common figure that was most visible, who was controlling, who we call it as Sutradhara in the entire event is DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah. Okay, now, having said that, now the press conference says the police has been made Bali ka Bakra. This is on the expected lines. The government was supposed to do some head rolling on the police. Now, in that event, the entire government has insulated people like who is taking cheap publicity like D.K. Shivakumar and Home Minister.
Vijay, it's all very well for you to say that there needs to be political accountability. I accept that. I think everybody does. But surely if action has to be taken against the police, what's wrong with that? Should the police not have actually said that we have intelligence to suggest? Vijay.
DCM Shivakumar.
No, Vijay, 1 second. Vijay, I'm trying to make sense of this. I understand what you're trying to say about political accountability, 100%. But I'm trying to say that does the BJP disagree with the action taken against the police? How could such a large police force not know that 3 lakh people or between 2 and 3 lakh people are likely assembling over there?
Vishnu.
Is there no intelligence cell of the police? Did the station house officer not know what was happening? Why weren't roads shut down at that stage? Why wasn't there a larger deployment of forces at that stage? Why wasn't the organizer told firsthand that, look, sorry, this is not happening, cancel it? So it's all very well to say state government, and I take your point. But what about the police?
I will tell you. See, according to our sources, when we speak to a lot of police people, what the reliable sources said was, police was against this celebration. It appears that CM and DCM both wanted to take publicity and exerted pressure on the police. The police had to give in. The police had to give up.
If there was political pressure to get this job done, that is appalling. But it is equally appalling that the police commissioner can be pressurized like this, or the other police officers can be pressurized and allow something like this to happen. 11 people are not coming back. Why? Because some police officer couldn't take the pressure of his political leadership. That's your allegation. If that is true, then that is completely unacceptable. Ayush, Shraddha, your thoughts on this? I
think we are paying a very high price for common sense today. Did police have intelligence or not? I saw the invitation to this victory parade on Instagram that RCB posted. And when I saw that post, it's written disaster all over it. The match wrapped up at about 11:30 in the night. Revelers in Bangalore would have been celebrating into the wee hours of midnight, which means the police has been busy maintaining law and order until wee hours of the morning. And then someone has said, RCB has announced that there's a victory parade at 5, which means under 24 hours, we are expecting the police to make all bandobast for an event of this size. And to say that we did not expect more than 35,000 people to come. RCB has over 20 million followers on Instagram, and we have seen the hype around this match, this victory, and to say that we did not expect, I don't know, it's laughable. So I think common sense tells you that it's got disaster written all over it. So who approved this victory parade, and is it so easy to announce a public event of this size on Instagram? Is it responsible for an entity on Instagram, on a platform like that has 20 million followers, to make this announcement without confirming that all administrative protocols have been followed, all police permissions?
It is awful, and I take your point that the organizers had no business to do what they did. Look, I'm completely out of time. We'll leave it over there. We'll keep following up on this, including on the big fight tomorrow at 9 p.m. For now,